guys, what is going on? My name is Joe, aka Cap.
I'm Dom, not Mysterio.
Got bash.
And the Bald!
Bald! Bald! Bald!
Bald! Bald! Oh,
And I'm bald.
Yes, you are.
I'm bald.
man.
This is what's under the Terry hat, folks.
And this is Bald. I mean, holy shit.
The cat's trying to keep it together right now.
Yes, Francis finally admits that his hairline was cooked, so he took matters into his own hands. Damn
it's
you,
fine,
Scott.
It's fine.
About fucking time.
It's fine. It's fine. You look, you look great, man. You look
Uh-huh.
great. You look very distinguished.
You look
Uh-huh.
bald.
Thanks, that's the look I was going for.
All right, guys. That's enough time to mauled.
I will fucking take a leak in your mailbox.
Do it, coward.
Oh God.
I will.
I'm just waiting
He'll do
behind.
it.
And there's
He'll do
decent
it. And he can
exposure.
get away with it too. There's no way of getting a hair sample anymore. So.
You're about to get a fucking urine sample in your mailbox.
Oh God. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the show. Been an interesting week, I would say. A few things have been going on. Few interesting stories going on in the wrestling world.
I do want to start off with one real quick, if you don't mind.
Go for it, man.
So last week on the show we talked about some rumors regarding Naomi, and I do want to ask you something. Cap, do you hear that phone? The phone that's ringing? Because I fucking called it. Naomi appeared this week on Monday Night Raw to relinquish her title. And to her words, she said it was mainly because of her husband, Big Jimmy Uso, who likes to Netflix and chill a little too much.
Giggity.
So she did confirm she is pregnant. She is having her first child, which is a huge congratulations to her and Jimmy Uso.
Mazel tov.
Hoping for
Mazel
for a
tov.
happy, healthy
Yeah.
baby. I know she had mentioned on Stephanie McMahon's podcast earlier this week after Monday Night Raw that she did struggle with fertility for a very long time. So she didn't find out that she was pregnant until the day
7 weeks.
The day, yeah, she was 7 weeks pregnant, but she didn't find out until the day before the Raw that she was pulled from. So basically, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. Like I said, hoping for a happy, healthy baby for them. And she also made the comment, and to all of our chagrin, the bloodline will continue.
Another branch on
There's
that
another member of the bloodline coming.
Should I bring it back,
For
Scott?
some reason, the crowd started chanting OTC. And they even showed Jimmy Uso's reaction in the backstage. He was like, what the fuck?
Is this
very
worse
funny
than-
to me.
I mean, let's be honest. It's all centered around him.
Yeah.
I look forward to the day after the baby's born that the baby crawls to ringside and pulls
With
the
an
referee
Ulafala
in
in a black hoodie.
a black hoodie.
I can't
Is
wait
this-
for 18 years from now when they win the world championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott,
Yeah,
does
true.
this count as... Should we bring back Never-Ending Story for this one or nah?
Nah.
It's not really a never-ending story. It's just a
This is just
never-ending.
Bloodlines.
puzzle.
Never-ending.
Bloodline's dead.
So, that being said, she relinquished her title, and she even said she plans on coming back in 9 months and some change, even if she has to, while breastfeeding with a baby in her arms, to come and get her title back.
I'm just gonna say one thing about this. I love that she was in character the entire time.
The entire promo.
I love it. I thought it was perfect.
Entire
I think
heel promo to say she was having a baby and leaving temporarily, and was getting cheered the whole time.
Yep.
And that
But
just goes to show how over her heel persona is. That even the whole crowd was into it too. Like she was like, oh, at the end she hit her tagline of the proceed with caution thing, and the crowd was all with her and everything, and that was like
they were
that's
saying that.
fucking awesome, man. Like this heel persona did wonders for her career. So I think she needs to definitely come back with that, even though she's gonna get a pop when she comes back.
I think she needs to come back breastfeeding with a baby in her arms.
And just kick the fuck out of anyone who's holding that
Like,
title.
you said it. Now you have to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see what
Two things.
Becky posted on Twitter?
Yes, Becky self
Yeah, I wanted-
herself by posting
that was
how irresponsible of you to get pregnant while being a champion. Like she didn't do the
Yeah,
same thing
just-
in 2020.
the severe hypocrisy of her not remembering that we've had the very first cash-in that wasn't a cash-in. The fact that she just handed
Well,
Asuka the
Scott,
title,
Scott,
which
that's the
What?
joke.
Joke,
no, I
buddy.
know it
I
kind
think
of
he's
pissed me
playing
off.
into
I
it.
mean,
I think he's
I'm
playing
lucky-
into it.
no, yeah, it's lucky because I thought for a second Rikishi had the same issue with it, but I couldn't. As after doing research, I couldn't find anything. He actually congratulated them.
Yeah, why would he be
I saw a
upset?
video of somebody. I don't know. I saw a video of a guy saying Rikishi has a problem because you're holding. You shouldn't be pregnant while having a child. Well, knowing you're gonna have. Well, not knowing, but having a child. But yeah,
Well, she didn't know.
Becky Lynch, big hypocrisy. But there's one thing I'm kind of worried about with this pregnancy. Which, hey, family, it will always be more important than any job you have.
Yep.
I will say that first off. But the history of women wrestlers getting pregnant and returning, we have, I believe, 2 examples. You guys can probably give me more. Of it hasn't been really a big success when they came back. Alexa Bliss, even though I love that she's back, she hasn't really done anything. Yeah, she had the tag titles, but it definitely wasn't on the level that she originally was. And yes, Becky does have the Intercontinental title, but her character and her coming back seems a bit stale and kind of it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Like Becky, especially Becky, doesn't feel the same after coming back, but she's still doing very well for herself.
Yes.
But no, I don't think anything was gonna recapture like that hype of the man persona when she, when it was happening.
That's like the biggest female persona.
Unfortunately for Becky, she was already going. Like she was getting to that point where she was like falling out of the limelight, and then she got pregnant, so it was like perfect timing for her to step away. But she just wasn't able to recapture that coming back. Unfortunately, now she's a heel, so it's like a little different. But yeah. So there's that. Alexa Bliss was a little different because like. I agree she should be leaps and bounds higher than what she is, but she also wasn't very like high in the main event scene to begin with when she first left. You got to remember at the time her main thing was she was partnered with Bray Wyatt and everything, and then betrayed him, and then she left.
Did have the best character before she left.
Yes, but now it's like she's kind of just. I think because. I don't want to say her name too loud because I have the thing in the kitchen that will respond to the name.
Miss Bliss.
Yeah, so Bliss decided, she took a little extended time off after having the baby. The same as, like, Becky did too, but not as long. And then, it was interesting to see. And then, like, you got to remember, there's plenty of women in wrestling. And, like, Carmella never came back.
Carmella was a whole bunch of different.
There was a lot of issues with hers, and like I know she struggled with fertility as well, and like had a miscarriage and this and that. But she just never came back, and then she wound up getting released because I don't think she had any plans on coming back.
Be honest with you, I never liked her anyway, so
I know,
for me it's not a big loss.
Another decent member of the women's roster. She was a good heel.
Okay. So here, I'm hearing everything you guys are saying. Here's where I'm going to completely disagree with you guys. However,
Shoot.
um, you take a look at Becky when her pregnancy story came out.
Mhm.
Dom, as you said, she was already at the top of the women's card for
Yep.
like
A while.
2 years at
Yeah.
that point, or something like that. Actually, you could even argue she had been at the top of the card since she debuted on the main roster, basically,
Yes and no.
for the most
She
part. For the
she
most part,
ups and downs, but she was at her peak of like her height
yes,
with
but she
Becky
was
Two
already at
Belts,
her
the
peak for
man,
like
that whole process.
she was already at her peak at that for like
A
1 to 2
while.
years
Yeah.
at that point already. So it's like you were saying, she was already on her way out at that point. Alexa, we have to keep in mind it wasn't just a pregnancy; she was also injured before
It was
that.
the
I
injury
believe
and then the pregnancy. Yeah.
it was
And then
so
marriage.
we're talking
Well, the
about
Marriage was
marriage.
in
like
there
It was the
too.
marriage was in the middle.
so we're talking about like 2 years almost where there's no word from her.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that she's at
The
the
creative has nothing for her right now.
lower mid card that she actually is. Think about it, 2 years. How many women have come and gone from the company at that
Exactly.
period of time?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Naomi,
That's,
Naomi, I think is in a completely different story
yeah,
here.
she fully plans on coming back as soon as she possibly can.
She's gonna come back as soon as possible. I would
Well, maybe a
argue
year and a half
she
from
is
now.
more. I would argue she right now is more popular than the two of them were when they had on their way out.
Yeah, because you got to look at
I
it this
would
way.
I would make that argument that she's
'Cause-
even more popular than the two of them.
and actually, I need to like edit something that I said
No,
because
no, I wouldn't agree with that.
Becky did come back right away, and then she stepped
She
away.
did.
Yeah, she did. Remember, she came
Yeah,
back.
she did.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I misspoke before because I was like, oh, she wasn't away. She came back right away, came right back in just as hot as she was. Like, just had that hype around her, and then left again and went on like her little hiatus, wrote her book and this and that, and that's when she came back and it was like a little wishy washy.
But I'm gonna be honest. I think Naomi at this point right now is even more popular than they were when they left. At the points
I
that
would
they
agree
were
with
when
that.
they left, I would say that Naomi is a bit more popular.
Alexa,
Keep in mind a couple of elements here.
Bliss, yes. Becky, no. I don't think she's
So
as big, like height wise.
I think
Becky,
I
Becky,
think Naomi
Becky, I would,
has. I think
Becky, I
Naomi
would say
has.
no, just because the man character is probably the top character that we've seen from a
In the
female
women's
wrestler
division, yeah.
One of
in the
Yeah.
women's division.
but keep in mind
Alexa Bliss, I would also say no because she was still rocking with her Bray Wyatt persona, what she was doing, and that persona is never going to die. If you have anything to do with Bray Wyatt, it's never going to.
Personally,
never
gonna
I would
have
agree with you
unhyped.
because at the point that she was, we had started doing this weird story of
She
like
was
she
already
was. I
separated
think it
from
was
Bray.
like taking Bray's
Mhm.
power or something like
They were,
that.
yeah, they were like teasing that she was
Yeah,
going
I
to
don't know.
become
It
the
was
Phoenix.
something ridiculous, and then Bray Wyatt got fired, and then that story just went completely
Yeah,
nowhere.
but she still had Lily with her.
But she still had the doll for
She was
some
like
reason.
kind of like in limbo at that point of like creative limbo. But
Probably because
So,
they didn't know what else to do with her.
100%. I think Naomi was in a better spot than Alexa was at
yes,
that moment
at
she
that
got
point,
pregnant.
Yes.
Alexa, when it comes to Becky in particular, yes, the man character is one of the most popular characters that women's wrestling has ever seen. We'd also kind of been at a point where we had been riding it for about 2 years now. The line Becky Hogan was already
Yeah.
coming out at that point, which I don't personally,
Agree with.
sponsor by anything like
Oh,
that.
you know
I
what?
don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we hadn't already sort of had our fill of the man at that
Yeah.
point. Naomi at
Um,
this point, tie in the fact that she is also a nostalgic character for a lot of people as well. She's been in the company
for a long
very,
time.
very long time.
Next year it'll be
I
10
think
years.
that this proceed with caution heel turn is probably one
It
of the
was
most
just getting- it
one
was
of the
just
time, the
getting
most
over.
popular women's story in the company right now, and it was just getting started.
I'm really gonna see what that was. We're not gonna see how good that could have been. We're not. Honestly, I
think
feel
we
like
are.
we're not gonna see it.
I think this time come next year we are.
I don't know. With
Oh,
Triple H running creative, I think there's a good chance because look at like what he did with Rhea and Liv. You know, Rhea was out with
Long-term
her
storytelling.
shoulder injury and came right back and was arguably more popular when she came back. So, who knows what's going to happen?
also, just we'll go back to the Naomi topic in like 5 seconds. I just wanted to say because Kat mentioned Becky Hogan. There's actually a new WWE wrestler that fans are giving the Hogan name to, and that's Sami Zayn. But
Why? He hasn't
to
done
go
anything.
back to
He's been off TV for so long.
it's from the last two people he's beaten, Cross and now Solo. But going back to Naomi, it's kind of weird because we know with guys we usually see this every once in a while while they'll relinquish a title and have this big tournament to see who gets the title. I don't think we've ever seen this from the women. The only time that it really happened, somebody had the money. Asuka had the money in the bank, so
yeah, they just gave
and
Asuka the title.
And plus, Bailey's kind of on leave right now because she's changing her character up. Whoever the other character is that was with Naomi, that triple threat match that they were involved.
We just saw this last year with Rhea.
Yeah. Rhea had to relinquish the title when she hurt her shoulder.
We talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
You guys should check out that episode, by the way. It's on our YouTube.
Nice plug.
I love that really caught me off guard, that plug, really.
Yeah. I think what is
I'm interested to see who actually gets it next.
I unfortunately didn't get a chance to really watch Raw yet.
That is an interesting question.
What are they doing? Are they doing a tournament, or is it just going to be like a number one contender match?
So here's what's up. I was actually going to offer this question up, not only to you guys, but to the people watching this lovely show as well. So here's what it is. She was supposed to fight Stephanie Vaquer in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
Next week, actually, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
August 30th, Clash in Paris. So clearly, Stephanie Vaquer has to be involved in whatever plan it is. She has to be.
Yeah,
it's fair.
I mean, it only makes
there
sense.
Are some people.
She is the number one contender.
She is the number one contender. In fact, there are certain people that I've heard say they think they should just award the belt to Stephanie because she won that battle royal.
I know, but that just makes her like a fucking paper champion, and it's like, do we really want to do that storyline again?
So here's my question. Here's my question to you guys, and to the lovely audience as well. Where do we go from here? I personally think that Stephanie should still be involved in the main event. I'm not sure who she is fighting is the problem.
I still think Stephanie Vaquer should walk out of Paris with that title.
How do you make it worth people's while?
Who came
last minute tournaments?
Who came in second in that battle royal?
Nikki Bella.
Ugh.
She is currently in a feud with Becky, though.
So many things.
Here's
the thing.
Nikki Bella.
Here's the thing.
Not good.
A majority of their top women are involved in other stories right now. You're not just gonna go back to Rhea and Io because they're doing something with the Kabuki Warriors right now.
Yeah.
Becky is currently running the mid card,
and she has the IC title.
Bailey is like slowly descending into madness or something like that.
Again.
I mean, Bailey probably would be a really good opponent for her, but I think that would ruin whatever they're trying to do with her character.
Either that or they're trying to do this weird thing now where they're trying to somehow... you know what? I'll talk about this. I don't like what they're... I don't like what we're doing with Bailey right now. I see what we're trying to do here, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's necessary.
Do you go the safe bet with Rhea?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't think she's really doing anything.
But I feel like they've done enough of Rhea and Io, and I don't want to go like the AEW route of the interim champion. Like, I never liked that concept. Because
Okay.
it always winds up with the same storyline as that's my title when I get back,
Yeah.
and it's like it's the same thing. Anyway,
Hold on. I think I got
wait. What about what's like Julia doing? Isn't she's the U.S. champion, isn't she?
Julia is
Yeah.
the U.S. champ on
Yeah.
SmackDown
Never mind.
on a different show.
I mean,
Chelsea, baby.
Okay, hold up.
Maybe Chelsea
I
Green.
think I got something.
That would be a pretty cool match
I
for
think
her.
I got something. Here.
All right, spit it out.
We have a gauntlet match. The winner goes to Clash in Paris,
Okay, to fight Stephanie.
and the
McKay.
winner of that match should be you and Scott's one of your new
I was
favorites,
gonna say me.
Lyra.
Hmm.
Lyra.
Oh.
I was thinking
They
I
could
was thinking Lyra, but I
don't
feel
know,
like I have
do
the
you-
same issue with
I wouldn't-
Stephanie
If for
with
no other-
Lyra. I feel like they're too not Lyra because she's been there a little bit, but she's still. And when it comes to the main event point, she's still fresh. They're both fresh off coming
Yeah.
into the main event.
My main
And
thing,
Here's
I
the
just
thing.
I wouldn't want to feed
I still
Lyra
feel
to
like-
Stephanie McKay.
Here's the thing. I still.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. Both of them are very green when it comes to not just the main card, but the main event slot, especially.
What about Jade?
Jade. That's a good
Show.
choice.
Oh yeah, she's on SmackDown.
Well,
I
they've
mean,
called in
there's
favors
no
from
fucking
other
brand
brands
split
before.
anymore anyway.
No, there isn't. Anybody's going anywhere. I was just about to say that, and Dom just
Yeah.
took it. This you can honestly just pick any female from any brand who I think is deserving for it next, and just throw them in there because it's just this draft is ever since the few years before Triple H took over with Vince. These drafts have been useless.
They have, and we could talk about that a different episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that if for no other reason other than I think that the two of them would be an absolutely fantastic match. I think you have a gauntlet match. You let Lyra win. You have Stephanie versus Lyra at Clash of Paris. If for no other reason other than the fact that these two women don't know how to put on a bad match.
Yeah, I can
And
see
given two fresh,
that. But
the
like,
one
again,
positive
it's-
is giving two fresh faces. We will definitely not know who the hell's winning that one.
exactly. Like I said,
I have a feeling I would.
I still think Stephanie McKay should walk out of Paris the champion. Period.
Yes.
End of story.
But-
no matter who she fights.
In this, yes, but in my scenario, you're giving them a banger match. You're giving the fans a banger match
agree.
instead.
I think they should go. I like your idea. I like the gauntlet match. Like maybe do a gauntlet match on the go home show of SmackDown right before.
Yeah, SmackDown, Raw,
The
whichever one.
Only other person I would say maybe would be a good idea is like Roxanne Perez. Like put her. Up
Oh yeah, I
against-
forgot about Roxanne.
And put her up against.
They did
Stephanie
lose the
McKay.
title too.
No.
Yeah, I can see that. I can
think
see
would
that.
be
There's-
pretty interesting.
I think there's a bit of history between Stephanie and
then
Roxanne.
that would also. Now think about it this way: if Stephanie, like for whatever reason, let's say Naomi was supposed to win, and they don't want to give the title to Stephanie McKay yet, and they'll stick it on Roxanne Perez. What do you think that would do to the whole Roxanne Liv situation when Liv eventually comes back?
Yeah, me and Dom are reading minds today.
Long-term storytelling. I like it.
Before you said it, I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that-
just give
that's
Liv
honestly a
another
very
reason
good
to be
idea.
pissed off at Roxanne Perez.
And she has a title under her belt, so it's not like she's undeserving.
She was like one of the greatest NXT Women's Champion of recent memory, in my opinion. So it's like,
Yeah.
why not?
I'm into
Why
this.
not
I'm into
Roxanne
this.
Perez?
I'm into this. This is interesting.
And then it would fit right in with the flow of Judgment Day sucks, and then suddenly is amazing, and then sucks again.
Oh, in which, congratulations to Finn Balor, but it's not really a big congratulations. He currently has Damian Priest for the longest tenured Judgment Day character,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of funny considering there's a longest, considering they got taken over.
Mm-hmm.
He had,
Yeah, there is no.
I just made
That
Cap
is true.
upset.
If you really think about it, there is no more original members of the Judgment Day left.
They're all
There's
gone
not.
now. Yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah, no.
The original three was It was
Edge, Rhea,
Rhea, and
Damian.
Damian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which
We have
I
a
think
fi-
is cool. It's basically the Judgment Day is basically like the U.S.'s Bullet Club at this point, but a lot less cool.
Just
Yeah.
A lot less cool and a lot less intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, no, but
Yep.
like it's
Not
weird.
nearly as
They have
intimidating
their
either.
moments where they're like, "Oh shit, the Judgment Day's here," and then it's like, they're here, big deal.
Like the scariest thing about the Judgment Day is like JD's ginormous head.
His
So
fucking forehead. But,
No,
It
it's
also
Dom's
doesn't help that
Powerball.
it doesn't help that your powerhouse is Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, they need a bigger dude there.
Yeah.
How long until almost joins the Judgment Day, boys?
almost never. How about that?
Oh, never.
But yeah, hopefully.
Or Obafemi?
Oh, I mean, fuck.
Listen,
That would be
if
kinda cool.
Obafemi ever does anything with the Judgment Day, it better be to like swallow them whole. So
Listen, he better not go to Judgment Day.
dare.
He's the remaining piece that we need. We need a better tag team division for men's and women's, but he's a big piece that I'm waiting to jump up into the main roster.
He's not even going into a tag team division. That man is getting rocketed into the main event slot.
But
Have you been watching NXT? That dude is insane. He's been champion for like a year now or something like that.
But that being said, I think it should be very interesting. I really hope they just don't hand Stephanie Vaquer the title. Like I really hope they make a match out of it, make a whole thing of it. Like it needs to be like a gauntlet match or a tournament, like single elimination tournament starting this Friday. So like between this week and next week, the winner of the tournament goes on to face Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris.
Yes. Guys, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think in the comments. How you think we handle this this women's world title situation. Since we were already talking about Finn, though, let's break into our next segment here.
Ah, yes.
Down in Mexico was TripleMania.
TripleMania, baby.
The easiest way to explain this, guys, did you guys know that TripleMania is AAA's version of WrestleMania?
Gee, I don't know what
No.
gave that away.
Never heard.
I
No,
know.
I,
I
didn't
was
know
just
that.
as shocked to hear it as you guys are.
Did you? I'll do you one better, Pat. Did you know this is the first TripleMania that I've seen in years that's actually pretty good?
I'm so glad you said that, Francis, because not only was it apparently good, according to WWE and other related sources, this was the most successful TripleMania that they have seen.
Well, yeah, because all the other ones fucking sucked.
I was gonna say when the bar is
That's
set,
not big.
when the bar is set.
Oh my
extremely low.
god! The most
not saying much
successful
at all.
TripleMania ever. Guys, they
Yeah,
finally
because
did
it
All
wasn't
did
Docs
was-
the movie.
All they had to do was get consumed by the biggest wrestling company on the planet.
I mean, it didn't
Who
help
would
that
have guessed it?
almost every match had a WWE superstar involved.
Who would have guessed it? All it took was WWE buying out your entire company and having several main event level talent show up on your show.
To basically
Including
Who
me and
would've
Scott's
seen
boy,
it?
El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
Sadly, he did not win the main event, but
Thank God.
he has proven himself main event talent. Coach Gable is no doubt applauding him from his hospital room if he's still.
Who did Ludwig Kaiser fight?
I don't know.
He
Ludwig
was
Kaiser
in
wasn't
main
on the
event
show that
slot.
night.
He was fighting for.
I don't know why you would mention Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah,
Yes,
Ludwig Kaiser wasn't
been in
fucking
WWE
there.
for a
It was
while.
El Grande. Okay. Both of you. Don't worry, Scott. I got this.
I love.
Cock. You're a f***ing cock.
Oh, the timing
Anyway.
was fantastic.
Yes. In the shower.
Anyway, all right.
Anyway.
Who did EGA fight?
So he was involved in the main event slot.
The Fatal 4-Way.
Yes, the Fatal 4-Way match for the AAA World Championship. It was him, your boy Dominic, not your boy Dominic. Yes, Mysterio.
He is
Yeah,
Mysterio.
the one that is Mysterio, not me, who is
The one
not
that is
Mysterio.
Mysterio, not Dominic, not Mysterio. The AAA
Dragon
World
Lee.
Dragon Lee, yes, and of course the current world champion, El Hijo de Vikingo.
The son of the Viking.
Time out. Didn't WWE sign Vikingo?
Yes,
So you're telling me the main event of this AAA was 4 WWE superstars?
I mean if you want to be really technical about it.
No, I do.
I mean, they're pretty much all WWE superstars now.
No. But no. Most of the
No, I know what you mean.
Most of the superstars most of the wrestlers in AAA
Okay.
are signed to AAA contracts.
Oh no,
Vikingo
I don't
signed
think
to a WWE contract.
I don't think that Vikingo is actually signed to WWE yet.
I thought he did already.
I think that is the eventual plan,
No, I thought they.
but I don't think that
Didn't-
Vikingo is
Didn't they
actually
sign
signed.
him, Mr. Iguana?
Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown are special guests. They haven't signed an official contract yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just make appearances.
True.
They're
Several
still
of
AAA
them
talent.
are-
Me seeing a video of somebody suggesting putting what's the lizard guy's name again? I totally forgot. You mentioned it like 5 seconds.
Mr. Iguana, but you
Mr. Iguana. A question of Mr. Iguana wanting to be the 6th member of the Wyatt Six.
No.
No.
Too silly. He's too
No,
silly. He's too
absolutely
silly.
not. Absolutely not. We are
But I
not.
saw it.
No, you
Wow,
know
we
what I
gotta
would love though? I would love Mr. Iguana to fight Santino.
I mean,
Fight
hey,
the
listen.
Cobra.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
I think
Didn't
they
they
tried
do
to
that?
do that at one
I
point. I think
swear
it
I
was like
saw
a,
that.
No,
I
that
think it
was
was like
TNA
a clip
version.
of the Cobra like attacking La Iesca.
yeah, that
Which
was
is
a while
Iguana.
ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I want to see that now,
guess,
like in
yeah.
WWE TV. But
I mean,
That
hey,
would be
we
great,
can just call in TNA for a quick favor.
yeah. But
they did it.
speaking of Mr. Iguana, there was this is the one clip I saw of TripleMania. I know, again,
Are you talking about the Monito?
yes, I'm terrible at doing my homework. I watch a lot of wrestling via TikTok. I did see the clip of Finn Balor showing up in the match and having his own puppet of Demonito,
Demon puppet.
as the commentators were calling him, of his demon
By the way-
persona as a puppet.
By the way,
And
do you
he-
guys know
he
that
killed the
WWE is
iguana?
selling
He
those-
killed him. He ate the iguana.
Yeah, no.
That is kind of insane that he killed the iguana. You
He
killed
killed
the
the-
iguana, you Finn, look at me, you psychopath.
That wasn't
Oh,
Finn
also-
Balor. That was Prince Devitt.
I can excuse you crippling Edge to the point that he has to go to AEW.
Yeah.
I can excuse you squandering any chances that we ever have of seeing Bullet Club in America.
That wasn't
I
his
can-
fault.
I can even excuse the fact that we haven't seen the Demon in like 4 years.
Listen, I get it. That's from what I can tell, that's a bitch and a half to sit through and make up.
But you killed La Yesca. You killed an iguana. You psychopath with a demon.
Also-
What is wrong with
Bro,
you?
he'll be back next week.
Also, let me say this. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to tell whoever the superstars are that's wanting this, no. We do not want Alberto El Patron back. We did that once. It did not change anything. He's a POS. Leave him
No,
out.
leave
no.
Alberto Del Rio in
Please,
AAA. He
no.
can stay down there. I don't care.
Leave him there. Leave him there. He shouldn't even be there. The only place
No.
that man needs to be is back in a prison cell. But like,
He can go to AEW.
I don't think they'll. If they take him,
they don't
I will
want him.
lose
Not even
track.
AEW is desperate enough
I,
to want
I
him.
don't think Tony Khan is that much of a mark.
Yeah.
No, not even
Like,
AEW is
he's a
desperate
fucking
enough.
mark, but he's not that bad.
They'll give
Tony
Keith
Khan-
Lee TV time
Yeah.
before they give him. They
Yeah.
put him on.
No, I agree.
God.
And if he did somehow,
But,
by some miracle of chance, sign with AEW, I think it would be like they should sign him just so Mox can kick the fuck out of him.
Oh, beat him mercilessly.
Yeah,
Like,
put him in a
yeah.
match with Mox and let him just go off.
let him get one punch on Mox, make him bleed,
Yeah,
and then
No, he'll just
Yeah.
he'll breathe heavily at
ever-loving
Mox, and all of a sudden he'll be like, ah!
No, he's gonna
Great.
walk past Mox, and the breeze created by his movement will cause Mox to gush like a stuck pig.
Bro, why are you playing
Pisses
PlayStation?
me
Oh,
off.
we're doing the podcast.
No, I sat on the fucking remote and I
Yeah,
tried to move it.
Sure.
I'm not lame.
Fucking sure.
Uh-huh.
Sure, Chad.
Fucking-
Say.
Fucking Jan Michael Vincent. Dom, don't
Are you
make
trying
me
to get a
come.
one-up on Helldivers?
No, because I'm not No, because the ODST expansion hasn't dropped yet.
Not
By
sponsored,
the way, we do need to point out one other thing here.
We are not sponsored.
Yes.
We got a massive return at TripleMania.
We did.
And during the Battle Royal. During this Battle Royal, I unfortunately forget what it's called. People let me know in the comments. Remind me what it is called. Guys, the homosexuals
Get
were
it.
on
Kick him.
fire in Mexico.
Kick
Wait,
him.
is that
right.
what they...
Kick him.
Homosexual. Yes, they
That's the name of his fucking
homosexuals.
fans. The homosexual.
Yeah, I'm
They
not
were
gonna
on
lie.
fire because we received the incredibly slow and well-awaited return of Omas.
They
Yeah.
completely failed Omos. Like, how the hell do you get? How
What are
the
you
hell?
talking about? This is the
I
greatest
was gonna
return
say, Omos,
since...
like,
He's
God.
talking about last time.
How did they fail? They failed with Omos because, like, how do you put him in a WrestleMania match against Brock Lesnar? Makes it one of his best matches, and then you just don't do a single thing, and knowing that you need a big man there.
Because it took Brock Lesnar to get him to have a good match. That's why.
Oh, and I didn't think it could get more ridiculous than the Great Khali and Hornswoggle, but oh god, I was dead wrong because that side comparison with Micro Man, bro.
Micro Man!
If I was him getting eliminated, I would be even knowing there was people going to
I
catch me, I
shit
would be
myself.
scared
No,
shitless if that was me.
Scott,
He could have
welcome
killed
to
him in that.
welcome to
If he
TripleMania.
could have killed him. Cappy could have killed him.
Yeah. No, the thing you guys need to understand about TripleMania is it's basically wrestling but on ecstasy. And it's like, oh, well, isn't that all Lucha Libre? No, even by Lucha Libre standards, it's like watching a fucking fever dream. Like,
That is accurate.
Oh
I would
my
say that
God.
is accurate.
It is true. It
Yeah.
is true. But it is just... Though I'm going to be honest with you. This was the most fun I've had watching...
yeah.
Watching wrestling in a while. This was just fun. Every
I
match
do
on
need
this
to
card
sit
was
down
just
and watch it.
fun.
It's really good. The whole thing is free on YouTube.
Oh, fantastic.
The whole thing is free on YouTube, guys.
Yeah. On WWE.
Where I
Explain's
usually
YouTube
go
channel.
when I have to do my research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please go. If you have not gotten to watch this, folks, please go watch this. This was
If you
this
have
was a
not,
love letter to lucha libre. This was a love letter to professional wrestling. This is just fun.
this
This was just an
carnival of
incredibly fun event.
insanity.
It is an entire carnival of madness. Omos won a battle royal, guys. Omos won.
The
a battle
crowd
royal.
was
I'm
electric
telling you,
all
the
night.
homosexuals were
Stop
eating.
saying that.
No.
Never.
Would you rather him say that or rather me give Braun Breaker his nickname?
You know what, Cap? Go off, King.
I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Oh, also Ray showed up because of course he did. Because
That's
of course.
true. During this as well, Rey Mysterio came to, I believe, induct Conan into the AAA Hall of Fame or something like that.
Barbarian?
I wish.
What?
No, the wrestler.
I wish.
I think Conan, if not right now, either in the past, I think he was either president or a majority shareholder in AAA too.
Mm.
I believe he was, but
Yeah.
which is a nice thing to see. And Conan, incredibly beloved in the wrestling world, beautiful thing to see. What wasn't beautiful to see is their apparently attempt to bring back Alberto El Patron, but we'll deal with that when I start hearing that damn car horn.
Yeah.
So
So we did also. Sorry to cut you off, but we did receive some news today that a longtime favorite pay-per-view or PLE, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I'm calling it a
Pay-per-view.
PPV and pay-per-view. Yeah, let's call it a pay-per-view, and Cat can sit on it and spin.
It is making its return next month. So
Yeah.
we have an announcement, and it will be, interestingly enough, streamed on before the ESPN deal goes into effect. It will be streamed on exclusively on ESPN in the States.
I honestly thought that was next year. I didn't know that was that next month.
Yeah.
I
wait.
automatically
Oh.
assumed it was next year.
Is it next year? Because it doesn't have like a full date. It just says September 20th.
It didn't say a year. It just said September 20th.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because now I feel
If
kind of stupid.
it's not showing a year, then I believe it might be this year.
Oh no!
Oh,
It is
boy.
this year.
Guys,
Oh,
I'm not gonna
God.
lie, it might be this year.
Really?
Holy crap.
I guess they're testing. Please.
But here's
I
the thing,
hope-
Okay,
they
hold on,
clarify
next
I
year.
got it. Hold on. According to Deadline News, WWE is no longer waiting until next year to bring premium live events to ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service and will instead kick off the recently announced partnership next month. The wrestling promotion announced Wednesday that the first live event offered on ESPN platforms will be the inaugural WrestlePalooza.
Okay. So, in that
which-
case,
Sorry, the event will take place September 20th, 2025. In Indianapolis. So, yeah, it'll be live on the new ESPN streaming service at 7 p.m. as usual on Saturday, September 20th. This means that as of September 20th, ESPN will become the exclusive domestic home for all of WWE's premium live events. So we're getting the ESPN deal now. We don't have to wait until
Jesus.
Mania.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Okay.
So the rest of this
So-
year's PLEs, including Crown Jewel and Survivor Series, will also stream on the new platform.
okay. So,
Speaking of, the
let's-
new ESPN app launches tomorrow.
Ah,
now once again, folks, I do want to make sure everybody has proper information here. So, if you do have a cable provider, if you do have certain streaming services such as like Hulu or YouTube TV, you can just
Or if you want to
download the
VPN your
ESPN.
Netflix and go international.
You can just
Yeah.
download the ESPN app,
And
and
get it for free.
it's not going to cost you $30 a month. You can just get it, and
Because
it'll be
you're
fine.
already effectively. It's basically, if you're paying for ESPN, not ESPN Plus, I need to confirm that because that is
Yes,
not.
this is the brand new ESPN app.
Yeah.
This is different from ESPN Plus.
So if you're paying for ESPN through your cable provider, for example, FiOS, DirecTV, Dish Network, Spectrum, etc., or
Yeah.
like Cap said, Hulu Live TV or YouTube Premium, whatever, you get
or like,
access.
YouTube TV stuff
yeah,
like that.
You get access to the app for free. You just log in with those credentials, or it'll probably have you make an account and then sign into your TV provider or whatever, and you get that access without having to pay the $30 a month.
I have to get that Disney bundle then.
yeah.
It's
Where it comes with
eventually- I'm
Hulu
sure
and
The Disney bundle is different. The Disney bundle is different. If you're paying for ESPN Plus, that will not get you the WWE stuff.
No, this is
No, but
a
it gives
different
but you can get Hulu, and I think you can pay extra for Hulu Live,
Yes, that is true.
Yes, there's a way to
and
do
you get
it.
and you get HBO, which I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
HBO route because
Yeah.
HBO is better.
Yeah, because I know Disney is also partnering with HBO Max now too.
That's crazy.
But- But gentlemen, to be honest, when I heard this news, I think this morning, I didn't know what to think of it, and then I had a conversation with my cousin Joe, and it just made me furious with the fact that out of well, I'm trying not to curse, with every single pay-per-view that we've ever had in history, you give us one of the worst naming pay-per-views that we've ever had.
Okay.
There's Armageddon. There's No Way Out. I can go. You can pick Bad Blood. I can go on with just the Attitude Era pay-per-views, but you go with WrestlePalooza. That sounds like a 3-year-old made that up. And we're really going to WCW, like the colossal
ECW.
fail.
ECW.
ECW.
All right, that's a little bit better, but still, like you could have had so many. You had so many. WB alone had way better names for pay-per-views, and you give us WrestlePalooza. I feel like I'm going to a circus and seeing the Ringling Brothers. That's what I feel like when I'm saying I'm going to go watch WrestlePalooza.
No, we're gonna get ICP back.
Oh God, we're gonna bring back the Dark Carnival. They're gonna bring back Violent J, Shaggy Two Dope, the Great Muda. We'll call up Psycho Clown from AAA. Mr. Iguana can come too. He seems like he would be down for this.
Get Samoa Joe and make him play his character. And,
Samoa and Twisted Metal. We'll get Samoa
Metal.
Joe dressed up as Needles Kane. And that's how we get Dark Carnival 2025.
That's
Joe
amazing.
told me about the pay-per-views that we could have had besides that one, and I went from not having any thought behind it to being severely enraged that they picked WrestlePalooza. I feel like an idiot constantly saying goddamn Palooza. Like, it pisses me off on no end now that I had thought behind it. Don't ever make me, if Adam Joe's not definitely listening, don't make me ever think of stuff, because it just gets me pissed off.
You want me to make it worse? I could tell you the other ECW.
I don't want to make the others, because if that pops up, I'm going to be even more pissed off of the PLE.
No, I was going to say, here's some other ECW pay-per-view titles that they could have gone with. Living Dangerously, Heat Wave, Uncensored.
Those all sound better than WrestlePalooza. I swear, those all sound better. You don't know how pissed off I am thinking of WrestlePalooza.
It was the 90s.
You know what the sad part is? It's like, from what I could tell, because this came completely out of fucking nowhere, in my opinion. Like, this was not on my radar at all. I feel like this was definitely, Triple H definitely went into the writer's room and grabbed Paul Heyman and was like, "Hey, we want to like bring back an ECW pay-per-view, like, for nostalgia. Which one should we do?" And as a joke, Paul
as a
Heyman
rib,
said, "Oh, do WrestlePalooza," and Triple H was like, "Okay," and just fucking did it. Like, fucking called his bluff.
I can
and
see
was
the
like,
conversation.
I don't want to go on the hot take about Paul Heyman. I like Paul Heyman. Please let that not be it.
What are you talking about? This is like the ultimate troll on Paul Heyman's behalf.
like,
I thought you loved this.
God.
Honestly, I'm surprised you hate this so much. If that's exactly what happened, Paul Heyman just pulled out the greatest troll possible. I know you, man. I thought you would love this. Like,
I hate saying this pay-per-view name.
No, you know
I really
why? You
do.
know why? Because it bothers him. That's why he doesn't like it. When it bothers other people, it's great.
Oh, so every time Scott brings up the American Pitbull, I can just fire back with WrestlePalooza?
Yeah.
yes.
Cool. Awesome.
Just remember, Francis, remember, WrestlePalooza is once a year. It's going to get to a point where Braun Breaker is going to be a guy every single week. So you're going to have to hear it a lot more.
Oh my God, I just remembered they had. You want to know a title for another pay-per-view ECW used to run? That I can tell you they're never going to use? Barely Legal.
Oh yeah, they never do that.
No.
Barely Legal. Anarchy Rules. Rules is spelled with a Z because it was the 90s.
All right. So I guess I'll throw my thoughts in here. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care about the WrestlePalooza aspect of this. I don't care at all. I'm actually, to be honest with you, at being the ECW fan that I am, it's kind of funny seeing that they brought back an ECW pay-per-view, to be honest with you. That means I hope that this is one of the most extreme wrestling events of this year. Turn it into what One Night Stand used to be.
Another one they can never use again.
I have one question though. I have one question. Are we still doing Bad Blood this year?
I don't
Are
know.
they
think
still
so?
doing Bad Blood this year?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if
Scott,
they're
I remember.
not,
Oh, sorry.
because if they're not, and we're just doing this thing where every time during this time of year we start recycling like more nostalgic pay-per-views, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah,
I
I get that.
think
That
I'm
how
just
that
gonna be very honest with that.
See, here's my thing
I,
though. Here's my only issue. I
I
don't
I
mind it
actually
as
kind of
much.
like that idea.
Yeah, I don't mind
Yeah.
it as much because it's not like I keep doing that. I keep hitting this fucking thing and it's gonna fall. Um, I don't mind it as much because WWE doesn't do like what they used to do back in the '90s and the early 2000s, where each pay per view had like like a set that made it feel special. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they never had like how like SummerSlam used to have like the surfboards and the dune buggies and
The
like
beach.
the big S. You know,
Yeah. The
bad
interlocked
blood.
S's.
Bad Blood had the blood drips from the ceiling and stuff, and like this jumbotron was always different, and like
Armageddon had the ruined city.
yeah, exactly. You know, like they built sets to go with the theme of the pay per view, but they don't really do that anymore. It's like they do and they don't.
I mean,
Like they'll do graphics, and that's whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like
well,
it's still the
WWE
same. It's still the same jumbotron that they use for like Raw and SmackDown. It's nothing changes.
well WWE joined with the times where everything gets more basic and boring.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
So that's why
and I mean
I don't
that
mind
could be another
bringing
conversation in itself, but-
back like constantly like every September just circulating a nostalgic pay per view because it's like it's not like they do anything special for it anyway. It's just a graphic, and they do like the
Yeah, I guess
CG
you're-
stuff on the screen, but like that's whatever.
I guess you're right, but also I feel like Bad Blood was special because, in a way, the title fit the card perfectly.
Yeah.
Like there were each one of those
Well, but
feuds
that's
were
what I'm
like
saying.
grudge matches.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You save that for when you're doing the payoff to a bunch of storylines like that. You know, save Bad
And
Blood for that. Don't do
and let's
Bad
be
Blood
honest,
every year.
and let's be
Because
honest, at this point,
that's why Hell in a Cell got so old so fast. Because it's like you were doing Hell in a Cell matches just because.
here's the thing: at the rate we are going, though, we still have like intense grudge matches going on. Let's be honest with you. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, if it wasn't going to end at like WrestleMania, it would have probably ended at a feud called Bad Blood.
Yeah, but
And it would have ended
Yeah.
in like a buried alive match or something like
Nope.
that. I
There-
know the whole thing about The
Nope.
Undertaker. Yes, I know,
can't do it
nerds.
without
But
Taker. Can't do it.
I know, but let's be honest,
No
man.
buts. No buts. You can't do it.
If there were two people that wanted to bury each other alive,
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Going back
Right.
to the subject,
fucking nerds.
Scott, I remember I was talking to you about this a while back. Another pay per view they could have brought back is Armageddon, mainly because I want to see them do the Armageddon Hell in a Cell again. If anyone remembers that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. And honestly, the World Heavyweight Championship, as I punched the shit out of my microphone. Honestly, at this point, we're getting to the point where the World Heavyweight Championship has like 5 or 6 people in its story right now. I think technically, sort of including Roman, if we're going to be honest.
Yes and no.
Roman would do great in an Armageddon Hell in a Cell.
So,
Recreate the spot where Rikishi gets choke slammed onto a truck, but have it be Roman spearing a guy off the top of a cell onto a truck.
so then he would also be going onto the back of a truck.
Yeah, but the point was made.
Yeah, but the point would be it would take two guys to give the same impact that one Rikishi did.
Well,
Or Rikishi was as big as two guys.
Exactly. That's
let's
my
be
point. That's exactly my fucking point. Thank you, Francis.
I don't know. I think it's an interesting way to go around. There's another part of this that I want to talk about, though. I think that they're really running headfirst into this ESPN deal. And to be honest with you, we were getting ready for this next year. I don't like this idea that you are now just like, kind of ripping the carpet from under people's feet, telling them, oh, it's actually in September. It's actually like right now.
I hope it miserably fails. I really do. I hope the worst from this new deal.
Scott,
Really?
I'm going to tell you this as somebody in the industry. It's not going to fail.
It won't.
No,
It's
it's not, but I hope it does.
I'm just going to be 100% honest with you, man. It has nothing to do with my feelings on the matter. It is not going to fail.
I also feel like it's not going to fail because now you don't have to pay for UFC fights.
Oh, you could just watch PFL, but when it goes on ESPN. Actually, no, they'd be doing UFC as well.
Fuck.
Watch PFL. I do PFL. I do some PFL shows as well.
I'm not going to give you a nice
Watch PFL,
plug because you weren't plugging the show, you were plugging yourself. And if there's one thing you don't do on this show, it's that you plug yourself. Shame on you. There could be children watching.
So interesting.
Oh God!
Okay,
That was
so
great.
I just looked up another article, courtesy of the Hollywood Reporter, as to why Peacock gave up their rights early, because they gave up the remainder of the year.
Oh.
They had to okay this whole juncture with ESPN. Basically, to make a long story short, ESPN did not buy out the rest of the PLEs, but WWE brokered a deal with Peacock, basically saying because SummerSlam and WrestleMania were 2-night events, that because there was the Peacock paid for a certain amount of pay-per-views or PLEs. Basically, it reduced the number of PLEs left on the contract to like 4. So WWE said, okay, we're going to give the PLEs to ESPN. Excuse me. But they're still doing 4 Saturday night main events exclusively through Peacock. To like take that the rest of the take up the rest of the contract.
That's a
That's
terrible
really
deal.
bad.
Dude.
I know,
Saturday night hasn't really been
It's not
successful.
a great trade-off, but
Really bad trade-off.
But it's like it's one of those things where it's like Peacock agreed, and they still have, from my understanding, they still have the catalog of WWE stuff.
So listen, I'm
I
not
don't
going to
know
pretend.
if like all the past events. I'm actually going to look that up right now.
So I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that's a fantastic deal or anything like that, because Lord knows it's not. But I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I say this as a consumer, I would have preferred we sort of had this like dual streaming deal between the new ESPN app and Peacock. I understand that that's difficult. I get that. But I don't know. I think it would have been a bit more consumer friendly on everybody's end if we sort of did that, sort of to kind of ease people into this to the point where now they have to rethink. Listen, streaming's expensive, man. A lot of people have to like consider this into their finances, their finances in general. So to sort of abruptly change something that people were expecting to come next year to now be like next month,
Yeah.
That changes people's plans here a bit.
Yeah. I can confirm. I did just look it up. The ESPN app will not get the entire catalog of WWE PLEs. They are getting all future PLEs, but anything that's happened from Clash in Paris next week to the beginning of time of WWE / WWF, and ECW, WCW, all the stuff that's on Peacock is staying on Peacock.
That's so weird, man.
So
You should have just all went to Netflix.
I think that's all. I agree. Everything should have went to Netflix all at once, but they still had the Peacock deal going. My only thing is, I get it. Like they'll still get like the Saturday night main events, but then they'll also get all the the streams of people watching old stuff. So it's like you'll still have that. Like you'll still have the previous catalog. You'll still have. I don't know if you'll get any of like the originals anymore, because that'll probably all go to ESPN or Netflix. But honestly, my thought process on it was, like Scott said, I think everything should just move on to one streaming service.
Yeah, I would really
I'm going to be
think
real
that.
with you. I miss the WWE Network. I think that was the best.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that.
But
Listen,
I get it
I would
because
love that
they make a
comeback,
lot
but
more.
that's
They make a lot more money selling the rights to other streaming platforms.
yeah, yeah. Um, listen, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is when it comes to that. Um, I do think that it would be easier if everything just stayed on one service, but that's clearly not in their cards, not in their cards.
No, the rich don't care about anybody but themselves.
Corporate maneuvering, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said,
Okay.
We do have time for one more discussion
we
tonight,
have
fellas.
two actually still to talk about.
Ooh.
I do believe we have a news about a one Chris Jericho.
Yes.
All right. Now, since I'll send this off because I don't know if you guys really, I like rumors.
Yeah,
Um,
let's hear it from AEW's number one fan, Scott Bash.
So rumor has it, well, not rumor has it, Chris Jericho has been off of AEW TV for a while with doing a tour with his band Fozzy.
Mhm.
And rumors are speculating, and they're getting stronger and stronger, that the end of Chris Jericho's contract, which is the end of the year, that there is a big chance that Chris Jericho could possibly go back to WWE and finish his career.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know how to feel about that because
I like it.
I feel like this topic comes up every
he's
time a
60.
former WWE guy is contract that like every time someone who used to be in WWE that went to AEW and their contract is about to expire in AEW, they're like they're going to go back to WWE, and I'm like, okay, you've only been
forgot
right,
to
like,
mention.
you've only been right like 3 times.
I also forgot to mention this little bit. Chris Jericho has also liked I'm trying to posts involving WWE. Forgot to mention that little tidbit right there.
I mean, it's possible. I could see him. If he does, I don't think it would be like a long-term thing. It would be very much like a very short-lived retirement tour, kind of like not like what John Cena is doing. Like maybe he comes back like for like 6 months and does like 2 or 3 matches and that's it. Like just so he could retire where he started.
But God bless him. He's almost 60 and he's still doing this.
Yep.
And still doing it just as good as he's always been.
Yeah.
So,
I want to
Well,
go
obviously with age being a factor. Well, with age being a factor, but he's still better than a lot of people doing it at his age.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
He is
but
fantastic for
when you're
his age.
60, that's not really saying much.
He is fantastic for his age. I don't think he's as good as he was when he was younger.
He wasn't as good as he was in like
Actually, you know what?
2000.
I'm gonna say it. I'm kind of surprised that you guys don't know how to feel about it because I know exactly how I feel about it, and I feel like the answer is absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm okay without it.
The answer is absolutely not.
Like,
We
I
have too
get
much
it.
going on in WWE right now. There's too many guys who actively deserve to be where they are right now. And we got a whole. And again, I watch NXT a lot more frequently than the rest of you guys get to. But there is not only the current talent that we have, sort of the old passing of the old guard with the John Cena tour and stuff like that. We absolutely. I'm gonna say it. We absolutely do not need Chris Jericho.
No.
Well,
Listen,
I don't think
this
he's
is
gonna.
no hate towards Y2J, man. I love Y2J, but I see what Y2J needs to.
Yeah, retire.
No, he needs to be gone. It needs to be over.
I think.
I don't think he's gonna overshadow all the younger talent. It's just gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm back."
I think.
I don't know if he's gonna want to do that. I think that they are gonna want to do that.
No,
Yeah.
I think
creative is gonna want to do that.
honestly, if he does come back, I would imagine it would be like a one and done kind of deal, or like I said, like maybe like 2 or 3 matches tops. like just to say, hey, this is your farewell. And then like either that or he might just go free agent and like say fuck it, maybe I'll show up at like the Rumble or something next year just because he can.
Yeah.
I mean, could you? I mean, you gotta imagine that pop would be fucking enormous.
Yeah.
If the lights
Absolutely
go
would.
like at the Rumble, like that's what I think he should do. Like I don't think he should have like a contract with WWE. Like maybe sign a Legends contract where like you come and he does like
Exactly.
a match. He shows up at the Rumble and that's about it.
Like
I want to do one
Oh
thing
my
at the
God.
Rumble.
the countdown,
I
the
would-
buzzer
That's what I'm
countdown.
saying.
Rumble-
the lights
the
cut
Rumble-
out, his jacket
yeah.
comes on. That would be sick.
No,
You just
even
hear-
so, the Rumble starts, the countdown goes down, and as soon as the countdown goes to 5, it switches from the Royal Rumble countdown to YGH's clock
That would be
countdown.
kind of cool.
And you'll know ahead of time, so that the 5 second people are just hyped, and then it dies down, and then it just even gets a bigger explosion when he comes out.
Yeah.
But I know this is a very unpopular opinion, but I want the list. If he's coming back, I want the list. That was great.
The list was funny.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the list.
I missed
like
the list.
The
That
list was
funny as
good.
hell. But that's what I'm saying. Like if he wanted
Thanks to
to,
New Day for making it great.
like if he wanted to come back and do like I said, like he shows up at the Rumble, and like he does his like little guest appearance at the Rumble, and then maybe he has like, when Kevin Owens comes back, like maybe he has like a match with KO. That would be really cool.
So, I don't know, man. I just like. I don't know. I worry that that creative is gonna see the name Chris Jericho
And get all hyped up.
Yeah.
and we're gonna get all hyped up. We're gonna try and do something similar to John Cena. Again, this is not to say that Chris Jericho doesn't deserve that. He's been an icon of the sport for decades now. And what I give him credit for is he has constantly reinvented himself.
Yeah.
Constantly reinvented himself, constantly found ways to be a part of the bigger picture of professional wrestling. I give Chris Jericho a lot of credit for that. The reality is he is a 60-something-year-old man now. And I say this sometimes with Ric Flair. I don't know that you want to be the wrestling organization where Chris Jericho died or something like that.
In your
I don't think
like,
it's going to be that
Because he
bad.
took a bad enough bump in the ring. I don't know that you want to be the company that is sort of synonymous with that.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting because like CM Punk even said it at one point. He said it about himself, as well as John Cena. It's like you're at the point, you get to a certain age where Jericho is older than both of them, where you're one bad bump away from being done.
Yeah.
Exactly. And at Jericho's age, being done could be a lot more than just wrestling.
Yeah, it could be.
God
shit,
forbid
I
this man
can't
can
walk.
severely
Yeah.
get hurt.
Luckily for Jericho,
Well,
I mean the dude is a legend.
And all of a sudden, we need DDP to go and revive him or
Hey,
something.
listen,
He took your DDP yoga is a match. Is a
All right,
magician's
I'm telling
yoga.
You, I'm telling you now. I'm debating looking into DDP yoga for my injuries.
Dude.
And I'll let you know how it works.
We should all be doing DDP at this point.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by
Me
him
Dude,
either.
he got
We're not
fucking-
sponsored by
Yeah.
DDP.
He got fucking.
By the way.
What's his? Oh my god, I can't think of his name now.
Jake the Snake?
No.
Butterbean?
No.
Lex Luger.
Yes, he got Lex Luger fucking walking
Yeah.
again, which is insane.
He's got Lex Luger walking. He got Abdullah the Butcher to walk again.
Yeah.
He
He's
got
turned-
Jake the Snake off of crippling crack addiction.
Oh, that was
He got
different.
he got Jake the Snake clean. He's got
Yep.
Devon feeling better now
Yeah.
after
To
He
the
helped
point where
Butterbean
Devon feels
able to
comfortable
walk
being
again
able to
without
win
using
match.
chains.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dude, Lex Luger
You
was
know-
wheelchair bound.
Kane looks fantastic now because he does DDP
You know what?
yoga.
If there's one wrestler that I can say, I don't care how old he is, he's probably never going to get hurt and he's never going to have an issue. DDP, you can come and wrestle, and I'll kind of feel different about it. Normally, people his age, I'll be like, no, but DDP, I feel like he's just ageless.
Yeah, no.
Like he can come back and kick ass, and then
Yeah.
You know what? It's an interesting conversation because, as we know, like Linda McMahon's and like the current presidential cabinet and stuff like that. Honestly, if we're gonna have like wrestlers and like if we're gonna have WWE people inside of the presidential cabinet and stuff like that, why is DDP not running the World Health Organization right now?
Dude, fucking.
Why is
The man's a
DDP not
wa-
running
I mean,
the health?
Triple H was named to the Triple H was in the is in the committee that brought back like the presidential physical.
I mean,
exams.
I don't lie
let's forget about the 70-year-old man who sounds like a broken fan. Let's get DDP on.
no,
there.
because DDP's a WCW
DDP should be
guy,
running the
and they
health
would never put a WCW guy in that level of power.
This man will cure the
All right,
world.
let's put it this way.
It doesn't matter. He
All right,
worked for Ted Turner.
How about this? We get The Rock to run for president, and Jesse the Body Ventura gets to be his vice president.
And how does DDP factor into this?
Because he could be the head of the
department.
fucking health department.
And it's
Organization.
the health department. I just told you.
No, guys.
I want
Even better.
a full,
Even better.
I want a full presidential office of only professional wrestlers.
Replace Linda McMahon with Matt Stryker for the education department.
Because he was a school teacher.
Listen, Stryker.
Guys,
Listen. I've been to multiple Matt Stryker seminars. He taught at Warriors of Wrestling for a while. He did psychology every Thursday. That was my favorite day to train. He is a great teacher.
A man's a legitimate teacher.
Yes, he's a legitimate.
guys.
Not only he's a legitimate history teacher, but he's a great wrestling coach.
No, guys. I
He
know
gets
who
you
we
to
need to
think.
get as. I know who we need to get as Attorney General. Paul
Oh
Heyman.
God.
Yes.
Paul
no.
Heyman.
100%. People, I'm just gonna say it here. If we're gonna have WWE people inside of the presidential cabinet, come on, let's.
This
pick
is the way to
ones here.
do it.
Let's pick the right ones here.
Sergeant,
For
Sar-
listen,
wait,
for
hold
any
on, hold
for
on,
any
hold
like
on.
Make America Healthy Again people or something like that, look up DDP yoga and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Also, the Department of Defense needs to be led by Sergeant Slaughter.
Absolutely, 100%.
We're gonna have We're gonna make a better presidential cabinet than any president has ever did. To be honest,
Actually, you know what?
I like the synergy
don't,
here.
Don't get me wrong. I love Dwayne Johnson and The Rock is but you know what? He's not president.
Have Ted DiBiase run the treasury. Actually, no, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
make Triple H the president. Fuck that.
JBL or something.
Triple H should be the president. JBL should be in charge of the treasury.
I was about to say JBL is
JBL
Secretary
run
of
the treasury.
Treasury.
not the treasury. JBL takes care of the border. He just puts on his outfit.
That's Stone
We
Cold.
only did that to Mad Dog Eddie.
No, that's Stone Cold. That's Stone Cold and Taker.
Actually, you know what?
They're already down in Texas.
Actually, you know
I would walk away. I would walk back to my
Bro, if I saw that, I'd be like, I'm out. They got a dead guy guarding the border.
Actually, you know
They
what?
got a fucking zombie demon phantasm at the border.
I got a better one for the treasury. What's Mike Rotunda doing lately?
Oh, IRS, yeah.
Erwin R. Meister.
What's Mike Rotunda doing lately? The man's name was IRS, for the love of God.
Where does Shawn Wait, hold on, fellas. Where does Shawn Michaels fit in all this?
Nothing. He goes
Vice president. But
No,
Triple H is
if
president.
If Triple H is president, and then Michaels is the VP.
Okay, so HBK is VP.
Can you imagine that fucking like UN meeting where fucking like someone disagrees, so Michaels just fucking
I'll give
super
you
kicks
even
him?
better. I'll give you an even better.
No, guys.
Do you
hold
have
on,
any idea?
Hold on. They roll up to the inauguration, but as D-Generation
as DX
X.
in a tank.
Absolutely. On a tank.
They tag the fucking Washington Monument with the DX logo.
Yo, I would love that. That would be great. Oh God.
Yeah.
I think the best part of all of this, guys, do you understand that if DX ever becomes president and vice president of the United States,
We fucking called it.
do you
We
understand-
did that. He
How
did
much
that.
Vince McMahon is just going to be seething.
Oh yeah, that'll kill him.
That will be
I
the
think
thing
that
that
would
finally
legitimately
kills
kill
me.
Vince McMahon.
His
If you
mind
want
will
to
look
talk
like
about the long con, my God,
yeah.
forget about running the company.
He's running
Forget
the
about
country.
running the show. They will run the entire country. The country
His
that Vince
mind will
McMahon
look like
calls home.
his mind will look like a strobe light inside a tornado.
Man, that will be the thing that finally puts Vince McMahon in the grave. Oh God.
Uh
Listen, man. Hey, listen. If none of this happened, if only one of these things happen, I'm just saying, let it be
that's all we
DDP
need.
running the health department. Like,
I love
I
how
mean,
we went.
and will literally come in and clean up everything.
I love how we went from DDP should run the health department to I want DX as president.
I'm just saying, look, if we are going to have WWE Hall of Famers as president of the United States, let's just do it right. Let's do it right here. Come on.
Let's get D Generation X in the Oval Office. Shawn Michaels. Shawn
Okay.
Michaels.
Instead of the
Can,
presidential seal, there's just a big there's just a big logo of Prime in the back or something
God, no.
like that.
no, it's DX.
All
No,
right.
but
So
they would still have the sponsors.
It'd still have
Oh,
the
I don't know.
sponsors.
I don't know if you guys want to do the last topic, but before we do the last topic, we did promise the fans something.
I think we saved that last topic for a different show, to be honest with you. But
Okay.
I do
Okay,
want to talk
so-
about
Honestly,
this.
we could
Mount
probably
Rushmore.
save it for a TikTok.
I do want to talk about this Mount Rushmore thing, though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yes.
so last week,
I don't know if you want to hear ours first.
I don't remember. I
How
remember
do you
mine.
not remember? Last week,
No, I
I
do.
remember mine.
we talked about our Mount Rushmores of pro wrestling because that's a topic that always seems to come up.
All right.
Like so for Scott, what was yours?
My Mount Rushmore was Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, and John Cena.
Okay, Francis.
Reasonable.
AJ Styles, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said Taker, Triple H, Ric Flair, and wow, I'm fucking drawing a blank here.
Cena.
John Cena.
I think somebody else
It was
agreed
John
with me
Cena.
on
Thank
Cena.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, we all had our
Okay.
different reasons for what they contributed to professional wrestling, and
Yes.
so who is your Mount Rushmore? Who is your four
Who and why?
and why?
Okay.
Yeah, I
so,
gave like a whole sentimental ass speech last week that I cannot replicate.
I can
my-
replicate mine.
So four guys. Okay.
And why?
All right. So my first one. Again, we talked about it on previous shows. I have some rough feelings about the man, but I'm gonna put Hulk Hogan on there as the first one. Look, regardless how I feel about Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan revolutionized. The man was the 1980s when it
Yeah.
comes to professional wrestling.
And the 90s.
There's no question about it. The 80s and the 90s were dominated by Hulk Hogan. The NWO as well. Even in the even pushing forward, if you go a little to the 2000s with the New World Order, as well.
I was going to ask, like, which one is your favorite, red and yellow or black and white?
Yes.
I'm going to say the red and yellow just because it's a bit more. It's a bit
Iconic.
More I'm gonna go on the line and say that.
Hogan put wrestling on the map. He made it mainstream.
The man put professional wrestling on the map. There is
That was
no
exactly my reason
ifs,
for
ands, or
Hogan.
buts about it.
Mm-hmm.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So he is on there. My next one, I'm going to say. I'm gonna say. I think I'll agree with Dom. I put Triple H on there. I put Triple H on there, to be honest with you. I think that over the years, this man has given us probably the most iconic moments of our lifetime, specifically in lifetime and the lifetime during like the Attitude Era and stuff like that. He was a top heel during the Attitude Era. Um, the man has had such a footprint on professional wrestling that there are several superstars, not only during his time, but in our time right now, in the current era of professional wrestling, that try very hard, I think, to emulate him.
Mm-hmm.
His work as a heel, I think a lot of people still to imbue that
Yeah.
into their characters as well.
He was the ultimate heel of the early 2000s. He really was.
He
And
was
the
the
late
ultimate,
90s.
he was the ultimate heel, period. I would say, to be honest with you, because the thing about Triple H, man, is when he wanted you to love him, you loved him,
Yeah. And when you wanted,
and when he wanted you to hate him,
that's
you
it.
despise
You hope he got injured.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fact that you had to share oxygen with him.
And like also like his work ethic. You know, like the dude fucking
Impeccable.
tore his fucking quad and finished the match.
And he ordered Chris Jericho to put him in the walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
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 Listen, there is
And
no
he got
question,
us into Motorhead.
no question
Yes,
about
he
the
was
man's
all
work
of our introduction to Motorhead.
Yeah, you know,
Also,
actually,
I
you know
put
what?
him on the
That's
list of the
actually, you know
funniest.
what? That's an excellent point. The man also, to a degree, I don't know if you guys would agree with me or not, but the man kind of revolutionized the sound of professional wrestling as well. The music, the heavy metal tones of of early NXT during the Black and Gold era.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like heavy metal is so associated, like heavily associated with professional wrestling, and Triple H had
Yes,
a big part in that because, like I said, because he
Triple H
like
was one of the first people to
use
sort of
heavy metal as
combine
his
the two.
entrance music. Yeah.
You know, so Triple H 100% deserves to be on there for the work he's done as a wrestler. And you know what? A lot of people have a lot of things to say about how the company is being run right now in the TKO era. But there was a period of time, you know, before it got bought out by TKO, that it was just Triple H at the helm. And it was some of the best product we have ever seen. It's some of the best wrestling that personally I have ever seen. The product was some of the best that I had ever seen.
And I still think it's great. Like honestly, I think.
And I still think it's great, even though he's got bosses to answer to now and stuff like that with TKO.
Yeah.
I personally think that there's still a lot of great work happening.
Honestly, from what I've seen of some like behind the scenes stuff and things like that, and like from what I've heard in the dirt sheets and other people that like work in the industry, the higher ups at TKO just kind of let him do what he does.
Yeah,
you know, it's a lot
As
of
they
it.
should.
Yeah, like they don't really step in too much. Like
and
they
you
do
know,
to an extent, but not like they don't really step on creative as much. Mainly,
Yeah, like ruining the wrestling ring by putting 5,000 promos there.
I don't. I get it, but I also don't. I like it and I don't like it. You know, like
Yeah.
it feels more like combat
A sport.
Like it feels more like the UFC. Like it's like a legit fight because there's like sponsors involved and shit. But at the same time, it's like the ring is sacred. Why are we doing that? Like the only logo that should be there is the WWE logo, if anything. But that's neither here or there. To be honest, if you're looking at the ring, there's a problem. Like if you're looking at the apron instead of the fight, there's an issue. So what they put on the apron, I could give a fuck. Anyway, Cap, continue.
But yeah, Triple H definitely deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore. My next one. God, this is actually a really good question because there's like so many people that I think deserve to be on there, and I think, honest to God, I think if you were to ask me this question next week, even or something like that, I think I would have a completely different 4 answers. But the third slot, I'm going to give it to John Cena, obviously.
All right.
Where am I?
You're on the push, dude. You're on number
He said,
3.
"Or
That was
am
good.
I?"
It's like,
Oh.
or am I? Um,
Not where am I?
this is a difficult. God, this is a really difficult one.
I thought Cena was just
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
self-explanatory.
I'm gonna
John
come
Cena.
back to. I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm gonna put in one that I definitely know that I want to be on here.
Okay.
I think CM Punk should be on here.
Okay, I was
Oh.
expecting Ray Ray.
CM Punk, I think, should be on here, and I'm gonna tell you
Surprised.
exactly why. CM
I'm
Punk
interested.
influenced. I think that CM Punk is going to be the main influence for WWE going forward. Think about Seth Rollins, a guy who CM Punk trained. Think about wrestlers like Roxanne Perez. Think about Rhea Ripley, who I watch WWE
Yeah.
Unreal. It turns out she is a massive fan of CM Punk. She
Most
grew up
of the roster
adoring him.
is.
Most of the roster right now grew up adoring CM
Yeah.
Punk.
I
Even though they don't want to admit it, a lot of AEW wrestlers like MJF also.
most
Yeah.
wrestling fans and wrestlers
Period.
are fans of CM Punk.
Are massive fans of CM Punk. I don't think I think honestly the pipe bomb is one of the most culturally significant things to happen in professional wrestling.
Yeah. I also think that, like, I agree with you. He will have a long impact on wrestling even after he retires, because in my opinion, I think he's going to be one of those guys who retires and just becomes one of the producers backstage. Because look,
Yeah.
Bobby Roode produces matches. Fucking the Hurricane, Shane Helms produces matches.
Hurricane Helms.
Michael Hayes match producer.
Freebird.
Yeah. I mean, not only is he a match producer, but he produces like the entire show with Triple H and Bruce Pritchard. So
Brother Love.
so it's like I could see him very quickly falling into that role as maybe not so much like Cena. I don't think Cena would fall into that producer role as much because he has Hollywood stuff to do.
He's got Hollywood stuff to do, and to be honest, I think that if you're gonna have John Cena as a part of your product even after this tour, I think they're gonna want him to be more of like a front office person
he's gonna
for the
be
company.
like a very face forward.
Something like that. You're not gonna stick him in a writer's room.
No,
And
no,
I don't know
no,
for
but I'm
some
saying is,
reason.
like they like Bobby Roode and them, like they're not like in the writers' room as much. It's more like they're producing the matches. Like they'll go, they'll go out to the ring with the talent and like so it's like fucking Tiffany Stratton and Liv Morgan have a match and Bobby Roode's the fucking producer, so he'll go out to the ring and go over the match with them and be like, hey, you should do this, you should do that, blah 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 blah. And then when their match is going on, he'll be sitting in Gorilla talking to the referee, like giving them the heads up of what's happening next, what they should be looking for, and then also talking to the truck, being like, hey, this is the next spot, make sure we're on this camera, so.
Yeah, I think the fact that CM Punk is such a diehard fan of professional wrestling,
He's going to be involved in wrestling until the day he dies.
Yeah, I think now that he's back, he's going to be involved in this until he dies.
That's what I'm saying. I could fully see him being a producer, being backstage, sitting in Gorilla.
I can't see John Cena doing anything after he wrestles.
I could see I could see Cena coming back for like
Punk
little
definitely.
guest appearances here and there.
I'm gonna be honest. I could see him in a similar position that like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, or The Rock.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Like he'll come back, cut a promo. You know.
Hey guys,
The Rock was
I'm
better.
here.
Yeah, like just show
just
his
like
face
a
to
hey
boost
guys,
ratings.
I'm here, I'm still alive,
jacked out of my
and,
skull.
still jacked out of my skull and stuff like that. But CM Punk, I think, just for the fact that he had such an impact, especially on us when growing up when we did, and I don't know about you guys, but the pipe bomb kind of hit me at like that perfect 13, 14-year-old.
Yeah. It was the
time
Austin
frame.
316 of
I'm
2011.
not gonna lie to you. CM Punk's his original main roster, like his original WWE run, was in that like perfect time frame for me to not be watching wrestling. Like it was that at that point where it's like I fell off of wrestling for a while because I didn't like the PG era, and I was like fucking. I don't know, Cap. How much younger are you than me?
I am 28.
28. Okay, so you were a freshman when I was a senior. So and Scott, me and Scott are
You're
the
old.
same
We've
age. Yeah, I know. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You guys are old. We've this.
But my point is, it's
Yeah.
like we were at that point where it's like
Am I right,
we were
Fred?
still like we were at that point where it's like, oh, wrestling's like, oh, whatever, it's not that cool. So, we kind of fell off it for a little while and came back to it later. So I kind of missed a lot of CM Punk. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. See, I genuinely think CM Punk would have gotten you back into it.
oh no, I'm sure he would have.
I think you would have fallen out once he
Once he
left the
left,
first
yeah.
time. But I think that had you experienced the pipe bomb like live
Oh yeah,
or
no,
something like
like
that,
watching it back now, I'm like, damn, that was a good fucking promo, and like you could tell it was legit.
it's
Like
one
there
of the
was
best
real
promos of
heat
all
in
time.
that promo.
The greatest,
Yeah.
greatest promo. I'll say greatest promo ever. I'll say it.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. It's
Yeah.
I will.
It was
definitely,
also,
it's
it was
definitely
also,
up
If it
there.
is not, if
it
it
was
is
also
not the, it
extremely
is one of them.
ballsy because
Mhm.
knowing that he wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is how you do a work shoot.
no, that was a shoot
So
promo, and that was legit. Like,
it's a shoot promo. It's one of the most culturally significant things to happen in professional wrestling, and because of the fact that I truly believe that for a very long time, starting from now, that WWE and a lot of its performers are going to be heavily have been influenced
influenced
by
by him.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
I think he absolutely deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore.
No, yeah.
I think he
Uh,
absolutely deserves to be on.
My only issue with
That's a,
Punk
that's a good.
always came from, I didn't like how he behaved backstage, like how
That's fair.
So when I like, that's why like I always thought he was overrated. Like, yes, he's a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler, honestly, and like he's still amazing. I have to say this his now current WWE run has made me a fan of Punk. When he first came back, I was like, meh, whatever. He's overrated. Fucking this and that. Because, and you can go back on the podcast and see it. I said it on here for everyone to see. Call me a hypocrite, whatever. I thought he was very overrated. I never understood the hype. I never thought his in-ring skill matched the shit that he caused backstage, and even in AEW, like the amount of issues he caused backstage and was a part of, whether he caused it or not. Just like to me was, I don't get it, but his current run and now the fact that he is a lot like he's a lot more humbled.
Yeah.
But he still cuts a fucking killer promo. His matches are great. And now he's a coach. He's coaching so many superstars. He's helping them out. Teaching the younger generation. So I'm like, you know what? I get it now.
He has made it to I think what we have to acknowledge here is that CM Punk has made it to a point where even after he is no longer able to physically wrestle, the legacy of CM Punk is going to go on for decades.
And we're gonna see his influence continue into the future.
We're going to be seeing his influence for a very long time.
The same way, like the same way I got into professional wrestling because of two people, Ric Flair and Bray Wyatt. They are the reason I wrestled. Because Ric Flair proved you don't need to be flashy. You don't need to be over the top. You don't need to do fucking 7 backflips to get over and put on a good match. You can fucking put on a good match and have like use a DDT as a finish and still put on an amazing match that tells a story. And then Bray Wyatt inspired me in the way that, it's no secret. I'm a fat fuck. I'm heavy. I'm not the build of your typical professional wrestler. I'm fucking 5'8", 5'9" maybe on a good day. And I'm like close to 300 pounds. But Bray proved that you don't need to be a fucking chiseled sculpture to be a professional wrestler. You know, you could be heavy and be a
I
wrestler.
agree.
You
I agree
know,
with that.
to me, and at least in the modern WWE, like yeah, of course there was always like the heavier guys in WWE, but they were like, you know, fucking like 6'8", you know, like Big Show and um,
Kane,
Kane wasn't
Okay.
heavy, he was just big.
yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Rikishi.
Hold on. Just because I have a question for you. Am I allowed to veto? Am I allowed one veto?
Sure, it's your Mount Rushmore.
Go for it.
Okay. It doesn't take away what I said about him, but I'm going to take Hulk Hogan off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put, and I'm going to explain why I'm doing this. I'm going to put Andre the Giant on.
Okay.
If anybody's
Andre-
replacing Hogan, Andre is
Andre
that
would be
guy.
the one. Yeah.
Andre would be the most reasonable one. Yes, I know. But I also have a valid reason as to why. I feel like Andre was one of the first spectacles in professional wrestling.
The eighth wonder of the world.
Was quite literally the eighth wonder of the world. It didn't make sense that this man was moving at all.
Yeah.
Let alone moving in a professional wrestling
Like the way he did.
in ways of professional wrestling. I think that Hogan revolutionized WWE in the 80s, but Andre the Giant was one of the first things to make people look towards professional
Like,
wrestling
crap.
to begin
Yeah.
with. Just because of the sheer size of the man and what he was able to do. So I think instead of Hulk Hogan, mostly because I feel like he's just like a really easy answer to put on there or something like that. And you know,
I can see where you're going with that.
I'm trying to like think outside the. I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm trying to think outside the box with these.
Yeah. You
Because
got
it's easy.
one left.
I mean,
You know, the Hogan, the
Yeah.
Stone Cold,
Mhm.
I mean, Francis's Rushmore was out the box
Yeah.
with
You know,
Michaels and Kurt Angle, but not really.
I'm trying to be like. I'm trying to be more outside the box with these.
Yeah,
So
alright,
I
so-
think Andre the Giant
Yeah.
should be on.
All right, so who's your number 4?
It was
My
Punk.
fourth, funny enough, no.
Oh, you placed Punk with Cena. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
In the number 3
All
spot.
right.
my fourth.
Oh, before your fourth, I also wanted to say this about Punk. Punk is also part of the reason why Seth Rollins isn't my favorite wrestler. So, go.
All right. Anyway, my fourth is actually not a wrestler, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
I'm putting Paul Heyman on my Mount Rushmore.
Oh, yep.
Listen, folks, let's. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm an ECW fanboy. I loved ECW. I feel like Paul Heyman and his product really personally for me kind of like altered the way that I personally watched professional wrestling.
Fair enough.
I love Extreme Rules matches. I love the more hardcore stuff. He introduced me to a lot of wrestlers that I really love. CM Punk being one of them, but also guys like Rob Van Dam, the Dudleys,
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer.
And like if you really think about it, if you're a Paul Heyman guy now in like in WWE's world, if you become a Paul Heyman guy, you're almost guaranteed success.
If you become a Paul Heyman guy, it is almost if not exactly like I would say Vince liking you when he was in power.
Yeah. Well, because you needed Vince to like you to become a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah.
Vince had to see something in you for him to be like, you know what, Paul, work with him. You know, we're gonna put you on TV with Paul Heyman, and he's gonna be your manager.
We talk about the influence that CM Punk will have on a lot of professional wrestlers moving forward. Well, Paul Heyman is the guy that influenced CM Punk.
Exactly.
So,
he made him.
So, he gave us, he gave us an entire genre of professional wrestling that most people at that time didn't even know that they were a fan of because it was so visualized or underpresented, but also it was different because as much of a fan of ECW as I am, I'm actually not a fan of death matches and stuff like that. I know you have made your hatred of death matches very clear, and to be honest, I
Mhm.
agree with
ECW
you.
knew how to make
Say,
them cool.
There's
EC
something incredibly
ECW
unpolished about
ECW walked the line, and very
Yeah.
well. Where
ECW walked that
AEW takes it
line.
way too fucking far.
It
Yeah.
it got, ECW could get extreme when it
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to. It could get freaking extreme when it wanted to, but there was almost like an art
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
There was still an art in hardcore wrestling, and I think that's something that Paul Heyman really understands, is that you can have hardcore extreme matches. You can still make them fantastic
But
matches.
you know what it is. Here's my main thing. My main difference between ECW and AEW and like the indies when they do death matches and stuff. ECW didn't forego psychology. I've made it very known to all of you as well as on the podcast. I am a huge fan. I'm an advocate. I stand by WWE, not WWE. I'm sorry. Professional wrestling as a whole needs psychology. It needs it. It needs it. Like that's why WWE is so good, because everything is for a reason. You know what I mean? Everything means something. Every move tells a story. Because that's why I still stand by Matt Striker was a phenomenal teacher, because he would say, okay, you and you have a match. Go. You're the heel, you're the face. Go. And then you would do something, he'd be like, stop. I'm like, okay, why'd you do that? And if your answer was because it's the spot, he'd be like, then don't do it. He's like, if there isn't a reason that you're doing it, if it's just to get to the next thing, it's a waste. It's a waste of motion. Everything should mean
By the
something.
way-
ECW was good at telling a story while also being extreme. There was
Exactly,
a reason.
so-
There was a reason they were having an Extreme Rules match. There was a reason they were fucking lighting tables on fire, because these two people fucking hated each other that much. When you
Yeah.
look at AEW and like the indies, and especially fucking backyard wrestling,
CZ. Oh, I thought you were gonna say CZW.
It's violence for the hell of
CCW
violence.
or even GCW, exactly. It's violence for the sake of violence. Like Mox does these crazy fucking spots because he fucking can. Because Tony lets him. You know what I mean?
I mean, let's be perfectly honest here. Would you rather watch a death match where two guys are smacking each other with light bulbs or whatever those long tubes of
Or do you
light-
want to watch Raven turn the Sandman's family against him?
Exactly.
Yeah, or do you want to watch Raven and the Sandman? Do you want to watch, a guy going through a barbed wire trampoline or something dumb like that? Or do you want to watch Sabu versus Rey Mysterio?
But that's exactly my point. It's like there was a reason for it. There it wasn't like, oh, like what can we do to cause the most pain because it'll be fun. That's it. Like when I see a barbed wire trampoline, that's the first thing I think of. Like someone had to put that together.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
And you have to
Who would do that?
Why did you put that together?
Like, what was the point? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to turn around and say, okay, you could do look at like Sabu and how like his extreme matches were.
Yeah.
And it was like, there was a reason that he did.
He's a
all this.
fucking psychopath.
Because he was fucking he was crazy, but B, he fucking
He's a
hated
suicidal,
the person
homicidal,
that much
genocidal.
that he
Yeah.
needed to put that person through that amount of pain
Yeah.
to get his point across. But it made sense, and it didn't go like it was extreme and it was bloody and it was a mess and it was insane. Don't get me wrong, but it was an art form that was created and died with ECW, in my opinion. No one's been able to do it correctly since.
No, because nobody else had Paul Heyman at that time.
WWE is too tame. They pale in comparison to ECW in Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
And then the Indies and AEW forego psychology, so it's just violence for the sake of violence. People like, why are they having this match? He stole his sandwich.
Nobody else.
He stole John Moxley's hot dog, so Mox put him through a fucking
Flaming
table
table.
a table that was wrapped in barbed wire with light bulbs stacked on top of it. Like,
and
Yeah.
was lit on fire.
Look, nobody. I would say that the only company that understands violence as well as ECW was TNA, but
And even
They,
they've gotten
even
tamed over the
they're
years.
not
Yeah.
even that close.
Yeah.
and even then they
But-
weren't all about it. Like they had their hardcore matches, sure, but like
But
not to the
theirs
extent.
was more gimmicky.
The reason that a
Yes.
lot, but also keep in mind when there was a period of time where they did understand that, and there was a lot of really great hardcore matches that still had story behind them. And why was that? Because they had multiple ECW guys doing it.
They had so many ECW
Team
events.
3D, Christian Cage,
enter
Jermaine, like,
enter Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Mick Foley, like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. So yeah.
But listen, there's entire hours that I could spend talking about ECW. You know, we haven't even talked about the multiple like mega stars that have been made through Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar. You could argue CM Punk was at his most popular when he was a Paul Heyman guy. You know, OTC, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, all
The
that
entirety
stuff.
of the bloodline.
Paul Heyman was
Yeah.
involved in that. And
But Cesaro.
Yeah.
Was Cesaro like
Cesaro,
a
some of
Paul Heyman?
Cesaro's best work was when he was a Paul Heyman
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, the guy is able to turn anything into gold. The man, you know,
He has
as
the
he
Midas
said
touch.
himself, he's one of the guys that brought heavy metal into WWE.
Mhm.
He's one of the guys that brought
Yeah.
rap into into professional wrestling. He gave you guys like Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, you know, Samoan SWAT team,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
100%, he deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore, regardless of whether he's a wrestler or not.
Yeah, I can agree
So
with
to
that.
recap, Andre
Agreed.
the Giant, Triple H, CM Punk, Paul
Paul
Heyman.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
You good to wrap up there, boys? I'm at 8%.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been on for like over 2 hours now, so
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think it's
we
about
will
time we
have.
send it home.
All right.
Folks, let us know in the comment section who is your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. We want to thank you for reaching this part of the episode. If you made it past my entire ramblings of how amazing Paul Heyman is, that must mean you really like us. So if you like us that much, why don't you give us a follow here on Twitch? And while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube page as well, where we usually post daily VODs
Weekly.
the day after.
Yeah.
Weekly VODs of the podcast episode. And if you're looking at all of that and you're like, I need more of these guys, I need to hear Cap ramble on more about how great he thinks Paul Heyman and ECW is,
Go get help.
or I need to,
Yeah.
or I need to hear more about how much Scott hates AEW.
There's always room for more hate on
if you-
AEW.
If you want more of that for some reason, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second of all, if you really think that's the reason, well, you can subscribe to our TikTok and our Instagram page as well for daily wrestling content on both of those. Follow us on both TikTok and Instagram at The Push Wrestling.
Wow.
And so that's it. What's up?
Nice plug.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You were a little late there.
Doesn't really
You missed your
plug
cue.
if I'm doing the outro.
I'm falling asleep.
Oh man, what to tell you. All right. So anyway, for all of us here at The Push, my name is Cap.
I'm Dom.
I bashed.
Still bald.
I wasn't expecting the still bald part. I honestly threw me off guard.
Yeah.
Ring that bell for me, Dom.
I hate you fucking so much.